All right, there's lots of experiments you can look up on Galileo and his, he'd roll balls down inclines. He wanted to slow down free fall. He wanted to slow down the effect of gravity so he could observe it and measure it. And this actually represents a clock. You could actually use it as a clock, believe it or not. This is something else that, rumors has it he dropped, spheres from the Leaning Tower of Pisa and did experiments on free fall and determined, the acceleration was the same for all masses, which was surprising at the time. So what I would like you to do is I would like you to construct what I call a string clock. What you want to do is you want to get yourself some string. It can be any kind of string. I have some string right here. I don't know if you can see this. Just a piece of string. And you might need maybe 3 meters of this at most. It has to be something you could do in a classroom without standing on a chair. You're standing on the ground. You're holding the string way up high. So that's how it works. You hold it vertical, and what you want to do is attach weights on the string. And you want to place the weights such that when you drop the whole thing, the string with the weights on it, and it falls, the weights will hit the ground and they'll produce what I like to call our beats. You'll hear this, tapping sound. And if you hear a regular beat of some sort, that could be used as a timing device, and I would call that a string clock. It's very similar to what Galileo did, but he used inclined planes. I want you to use a string, and I want you to put the weights on the string such that when you drop this thing, the time intervals between the beats is regular, just like a clock. That is the challenge. I will put this information up so you can read it. And I would like you to construct this string clock. Do the calculations here by using those equations I mentioned, especially the one for the time of fall. If you remember that, the time of fall equaled the square root of 2x divided by g. And I'd like you to construct this and bring it in on Monday, and we will see if it works. Now, I've asked students to do this over the years, but it's best if you think of this on your own and you don't look it up or you don't ask anyone. And if you did this last year with me, you're doing it again. So have fun. Make it better this time. So please bring in this string clock, and we'll see if it works. Now you can use any weights you want. You can use really any type of string you want. I have just some ordinary kite string here. You could use fishing line. That's not the nylon type of fishing line, but maybe the cloth type. And perhaps fishing weights. Fishing weights come in very small sizes, and they're massive, and you can easily clip them onto the string, and you can move them around to make adjustments to get it just right. So I recommend some good string and maybe fishing weights, but you can use any weights you want. People in the past have used quarters, pennies, dimes, candy bars, pencils. It's best to use a spherical object so that when it hits, it just hits once. If you use something like a pencil or something like that, it's going to be hard to hear it hit once. It'll hit multiple times and bounce. You want to avoid bouncing. You want to avoid it hitting multiple times. You just want it to hit once, and then the next one hits, and then the next one hits, and then the next one hits. And then you would have an effective string clock. So good luck with that. I'll see you next time.